Hello friends, this is Ramesh Sharma here. Welcome back to the new tutorial of Fullyworld web tutorials. So today in this video we are going to see how we can create image to text web application using React and Tesseract.js. So now without wasting any time, let's go to the demo of this application and then we will move forward and we will start this from scratch. So here our image application is working in three components. So first component is this one, this form is there. So whenever we will choose this form, so let me tell you that what type of image we are going to convert. So see that here I'm going to right click and show you the image. So here I'm opening this image. And see that this image we are going to convert, and we are going to convert this image and also this image. So this will totally depend upon Tesseract.js. So Tesseract.js is an OCR based. So OCR is used to recognize our text. So we are going to use that library only. So here we are going to use these three images. So see that these three images are very good and these images are clean also, and the text is very clean written here in the English. So we are going to change image to English text only. So we need images with English text only. So here I'm going to close this, and let's first of all select this image. So I'm going to choose this image and click on convert. Now this is our second component. So our Tesseract.js is now working on to convert this image to the text, and now we are under the third component, and this component will give us the value. So see that here we are getting, you will face many defeats in life but never let yourself be defeated. So this is the text that is written in the image here. So let's now go back and let's choose another image. So I have to refresh. Now let's choose another image and let's choose this image, and I'm choosing this, clicking on convert. Now it is converting the image and we are waiting for the progress, and now see that we have the text for this. So now we can do the third image also, so we will get the text from that image also. So as it is in the English, so sometimes the symbols it will not convert. So see that this image is little not good. So here see that it changes something in some symbols. So this totally depends upon this library. So now we will see how we can use this library to convert image to the text here. So now let's go forward and let's start creating the application. So first of all we will create our app, React app. So to start with the application, now I'm having one empty folder and that folder name is project. So I'm going to use this folder to create our app here. So I'm opening this in my Windows terminal, this project. See that I'm under the project folder here. So here we are going to create our React app. So here I'm going to use npx create React app, and make sure you have internet connection and you have nodejs installed here. And here see that npx create React app, and I have applied dot here. So instead of application name I will use dot because I want to create this application under this project folder only. So you can write any name here so that it will create the project under this folder, but I am going to create the project in this same folder. So for that I am going to use dot here. Just press enter here and your application is ready to install. So I will be right back after installing this application. Now our project is created here. So see that here our project is successfully created. Now let's move forward. So I'm going to clear this and let's first of all dive into the code. So I am using the VS Code here. So I am writing code dot, so it will open the current folder in the VS Code. So here I am having this here. So let's first of all clean our application. So here I don't want logo.svg, I don't want report web vital, this one, and also I don't want app.test.js. So let's get rid. And here index.css, let's remove this all CSS because we don't want this CSS here. Just save this, and in the app.css, so let's remove this all. So we don't want anything in app.css as well as. So it is saving, and now I'm going to delete my public repository. Let's delete this, and here we will create another public repository, and that will be new for us. And let's go to index.js first. So in the index.js, first of all, we will remove this report web vitals, and we will remove this also because we are not using this anymore, and just save this. So actually it is taking little time. It is also deleting the public repository. So till then, let me tell you what type of dependencies we are going to use. So here first of all we are going to use MD Bootstrap. So MD Bootstrap we are going to use for the UI purpose here. So it also support React 17, and we can use MD Bootstrap 5. So we can use Bootstrap 5 material design in React 17 also. So here we are going to add like this npm install React UI kit. So we will move to the installation soon, and we are going to use Tesseract.js. So this is our main library that is used to convert our image to text. So see that image recognition is there. So this is the image, and it is converting the image to the text, and we are going to use this code here, this type of code. And then this is my GitHub repository here. So you can go to this. I will leave the link in the video description, and you can click on code, you can clone this, or you can download this. So please feel free to start this repository, and also subscribe our channel for more awesome videos. And let's move forward to our application here. Let's see if it is done. Now it is done successfully, and our public repository is moved. So let's create a new repository that new folder that is public, and here will be index.html file, and here we will create an snippet snippet we will create, and here I'm going to write react image to text here, and here I'm going to write /root. Save this, and now let's start our server here. So I'm going to clean this, and let's start the server using yarn start, because I'm using yarn here, so I'm writing yarn start. If you're using npm, then use npm start. Now here we are getting one error here. So this error is just for the logo.svg, because we haven't cleaned our app.js here. So here I am changing this to arrow function component here, and here we don't want any header. So I'm going to remove this, and simply I'm going to use h1 here, and here I'm going to write image to text, and here we don't want any logo. So instead of this I'm importing our React app. So import React from React. So it is capital R. Now just save this and our server will be up and running. So our server is up and running now. Let me refresh it. Now our server is up and running. So now let's install the dependencies here. So first of all, here we are going to install our MDB React UI kit. So we are going to install MDB React UI kit and Tesseract.js here. So here I have clicked on get started here. So here let's go to the installations, and under installations with the help of npm, so see that this tab we have done and this also we have done. We are under that folder only, and now we have to install this MDB React UI kit. So now we also have to do some configuration. We also have to import the CSS file, and also we need roboto means font here, font awesome, because it supports icons also, material design bootstrap, and this one we are going to use roboto font, and in the index.css we are going to set this. So first of all, let's install this dependency, as well as we are going to install this Tesseract.js. So it is same like npm install Tesseract.js. So let's move here, and I'm going to open the terminal here. So here I'm going to write yarn add this MDB React UI kit, and second thing what we want, this Tesseract here. So I'm going to copy this command only, and let's move forward and let's paste this command, and here I'm going to remove npm I here. So see that we have MDB React UI kit and we have Tesseract here. Now press enter. So this will install these dependencies for us. Now as the dependencies are installing here, let's set up our MDB bootstrap here. So here in the index.js we have to import the CSS file. So I'm going to copy this, and I will give you all the links in the video description, so don't worry about them. So here I'm going to importing this. So I have imported this successfully, and now in the index.html, first of all we have to set the font awesome icons, and let's go here in the index.html, and here I'm going to set this. So these are our font awesome icons, and I'm going to copy this also. So copied this. So this one is the our font. So I'm going to paste this also, and then we have to change the index.css. So I'm going to save our index.html, and let's close this. We don't need this anymore, and we don't need app.css also. In the index.css I'm going to set this font family roboto, Helvetica, Arial, and this one sans serif. So now our dependencies are installing here. So we are just linking the dependencies, then I will save this, otherwise it will give us the error. Now our dependencies are installed successfully here. So I'm going to close this terminal because we don't need this anymore, and I'm going to just save this our index.js file, and let's go to the browser and let's see the changes. So this is our image here, and here we should get some changes here. So it is compiled successfully. Actually I think I have to refresh, and see that here we are getting the changes. This means that our MD bootstrap has been applied successfully here. So now let's move forward and let's start creating the interface here. So here I am under my coding section here. So here we will start creating the interface. So first of all, this will be our container. So I'm going to creating the container here. So here we will apply the style here, some styles, and for that first of all height will be 100 vh. So 100 vh height we are getting here, so because we want this for full height here. Then here I'm going to create one new div, and its class name will be row, and its height will be 100. So height be 100 font, and then here will be the class name as container. So container, sorry, not container, it will be column. So we have to create the column. So col md5 will be there, and mx auto we want it this to the center, and then here we want display flex, and flex we want column, and after that we want we don't want anything here, just write line items center, and we justify content center we don't want here, and here I'm going to apply image to text. Let's see some changes here. So what changes we are getting? So see that here we are getting everything to the center here, but here these classes also we want. So I'm going to write class name like margin top 5 and margin bottom to 4. Save this and let's see some changes. So see that here we are getting like this, and now we have to apply some conditions here. So here condition we have to apply. So first of all, let's create state here for this loading. Set is loading use state, and this use state we will import from the Redux, and by default the loading will be false because we are not converting our image to the text. We are not moving to the logic now. So here we will check. So here we want if the user is not loading, then only we are going to show this. If there is not loading, then only we are going to show this image to text here. See that there is not any loading, and here we are getting image to text only. So the loading will be true only when image will getting started converting to the text. So that is will be our Tesseract logic. So only then we are going to set the loading as true. And now let's second method. Here we have to add the form here. So let's add the form. So here for the form we also have to check the condition if is loading is there. If is loading is there, and the second thing we also want the text. We want to check if there is text or not. So if there is text, then we don't want to show this form here. If there is text, then only we want to show that text area with this text here. So here I'm going to write if there is not any text and there is not any loading, then only we want to show this form here. So here I'm going to use this. So here let's apply this input type will be file, and here we need class name. So class name will be form control. So this form control is there, and then here we have to create one state also for this. So that will be image, and here we are going to set this image here. See, so this image we are having. So here I'm going to write value. So our value we don't have to write over here because we don't want to show the value for the files. And here will be just on change. We are going to change add on change this, and here we are going to set our image. Now we want the URL. We want the URL of the image. So as we know, we can write like this e.value.files0. So we can get the values from we can get the object of this image here, but we want to change this to the URL format. So for that we are going to use URL. So URL dot create object URL create, come on, it is not showing, URL dot create object URL, and then here we are going to pass this. So this will create a object URL for us, because our tesseract.js will support the URL, so that's why we have to create this object URL. And now we have set the image here, we have the image. Now we want button also, so here will be input type is equals to button, and here we have to add the class name, so class name will be form control, and it will be button primary, and here we are going to write margin top to 4, and we need value, so value will be convert, and here also we need margin, so margin top to 5. Save this and allow. Now let's see the changes. Now see that we are getting this file, and our margin top is also there, so let it be margin bottom to 5 and padding bottom also to 5. Now we have this one. We can also change the image, we can get the image URL also. So but our button is not working, so we don't want that. So here I'm going to create one new, this one. Here will be our progress bar. So let's create this progress, and it will be 0. So we will only show this progress, so progress bar. So we will show this only if it is loading. So if is loading is there, then we are going to show this progress bar. Sorry. So here I'm going to add one paragraph here. So class name will be text center, and here I'm going to write converting, and this will be progress, and this will be here percentage. So this thing we only want, then we will show the progress bar mode here. So here I'm going to write margin top to 5, and now let's move forward, and here we are going to show the text here. So it will be the text area. So here I'm going to write if there is not loading and there is text present. So if the text is converted and there is not loading, then we are going to show this. So here will be the text area. So text area, and class name will be form control, and we want rows, like let it be 15 is good, so 15 or 20 rows, let it be 15 rows. And here we want value, so value will be text, and on change, because user can change the value. If the user want to edit, then set text to e dot target dot value here. So here we are getting the e, and now just save this. So here see that we are getting this button here, cannot read property of undefined files. So see that we are getting this here. So we are getting this if it is not loading and not text is present there. So now let's see if it is loading. So here I'm going to write true here, and now it is loading. See that we are getting converting here, and here let's change the progress. So I'm going to change the progress to 10, and see that here we are getting 10%. So we are getting like this. So you can add progress bar if you want. I will not add the progress bar now. So now if the loading is false, and we also have the text here, so let's write something here in the text. So it is false here. Save this. See that now we are getting the text here. Here we are getting the text, and user can edit the text. So this will show after converting image to text here. And here this is nothing. Save this text is nothing. Now our form will show. So now let's move toward the logic. So now we have to apply the logic here. So for this input button, first of all let's apply the on click event, and that will be handle click. So here I'm going to create this event here, that is handle click. Now let's move towards the documentation and let's see what the tesseract.js is saying. So now here I'm under the documentation of tesseract.js, and that is in the npm. I will leave this link in the video description also, and see that here we are getting this, like tesseract.js is here, and it is recognizing this URL that we have only because we have converted the object to the object URL. So instead of that, here we can use image variable, and then English language is English. So because this support many languages here, so like almost any language it support. I'm going to close this one and this one also. So here we can click here and we can check what languages this is supporting. So these are the languages which our tesseract.js is supporting here. Just here in this one we are just going to use English language here. So here that's why we are going to use eng here. Then there is a logger, so it will show the log messages how it is converting. So first of all it will because this is also a ML here, machine learning model. So first of all it will create the sets and it will recognize the image and train our set like that, and then it will show us the it will do the processing and it will show us the result, and like this we are going to get the data here. And if we are going to use async and await, you can use like this. First of all you are going to load this, and then you are going to load the language, then you are going to initialize the language, and after that you are going to recognize the data here. So here we are going to use this method here. You can use this one also, and even you can use with the CDN if you don't want to use React here. So I'm going to use this. Let's use this. So first of all we have to import the tesseract from tesseract.js here. So I'm going to copy this and let's move up, and here let's paste this, and then I'm going to copy this and let's apply this logic here. So first of all here we will set is loading. So here we are going to set loading to true. So this will start the loading here, and now let's paste this. So we are going to paste this, and now I'm going to console this one here. So here I'm going to get this console log of m. Now here I also want the progress bar here. So how I can get the progress bar? So let's see how we can get the progress bar here. So before that, here this is set text. Here I'm going to write set text to set the text here. Progress bar we are going to do that also. So we are just destructuring two times. So destructuring data here, and from the data we are destructuring the text here. So here instead of this link we are going to put the image here, because we have this image. We are going to have the URL in the of the object in the image. Here we have set the text here, and then here we are going to write is loading to false here. Now just save this. Here we don't have to use await and async here, because we are working with .then method only. So here these are our consoles here. So I'm going to close this and let's choose any file here. So here I'm going to choose this file and let's click on convert. So actually we are getting this error here, cannot read property of this one files. So actually it is e.target.files. So I have used e.values.file, I think. So here will be e.target.files. So it is e.target.value. Save this. Now this should work. So I'm going to close this and let me refresh it again. So I have refreshed this, and now let's choose the image. So I'm choosing this image here, and let's click on convert. See that we are getting this one, and see that here we are getting status here, and here see that we are getting the progress. This progress we are getting. So we have to use this progress only. So for that we have to check the work ID here. So if work ID is this, then only we have to get the, then we are going to get this progress bar. So I'm going to copy this worker ID, and see that here we have got the text also, because we have added like this. So see that we have destructed a text from the response. We have destructed the data, and from the data we have destructed the text here. So I'm setting the text, and our loading is getting fault, so that we are getting this text area, and as well as we are getting the data in the text area for the text that we have added here. Now here we are going to check in the logger. Here we are going to check if m dot worker id, if m dot worker id is equals to this. So why I am choosing this worker id? So see that here first of all, this one is the worker id. So see that worker id is same, but we have to choose the we have to choose the status. So status will be our recognizing text. So whenever we are it is recognizing the text, then our progress will start. So see that first of all it is initializing the tesseract. First of all it is loading, status is loading, and then status is initializing. It is initializing. Progress is 1, means it has initialized successfully. Then it is loading the training data of the train data of the languages. Then train data of the languages, it is progressing. Then it is initializing the API. After initializing the API, then it is recognizing the text. So this status we want. So here I'm going to write status. M dot status is this one. Then we are going to write set progress. So set progress. So here we are going to check the progress here. So first it will be parse int, and it will be m dot progress. We are multiplying it with 100. Why we are multiplying it with 100? Because it is in the 0 point dash, this one long one, but if we don't want, so we are multiplying with 100, so we will get the value in the percentage. And %, is there to make this float value into integer. Now just save this and let's try again. I'm going to close this logo, this one, and let's refresh this and let's try this again. Now let's click on convert and see that here we are getting converting here, but it is at 0% now. Now it will start. See that it is converting. Now it has converted this. We was also getting the progress bar. So I'm refreshing it again and let's choose another image. I'm choosing this image here and let's click on convert. See that for the converting is 0% now, and you will get to see the percentages also. So actually some error is there. Let me reload it completely again and then start it. So sometime this happen. So just refresh the page and start again. So actually I have some internet problem, so that's why it is not working. So see that my internet actually is gone. So because it is initializing the API, and from that API only it is getting the data, as well as it is recognizing the text here. So now I think it should work. Now I should not get any internet error. Let me check. So I have to reload it again because I am getting my internet error. And let's choose file again, and let's click on convert. Now see that it is working perfectly and I am not having any internet errors. See that 14%, 28%, 42%, 57%, and see that here I am getting this. So you need internet connection also to convert this, because it is converting from the API. So now we have done this successfully here, and you can go to my GitHub repository and you can clone the code. And please subscribe the channel if you like this video, and click on this star button to start my repository. At last, thanks for watching. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that. At last, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.